Well, I think the most important thing for me has been like a sense that I am actually a competent researcher, which sounds like it's a big thing to get out of a 6-month placement, but just like I've been here for 6 months, I've been doing my own research, I've been co-supervised by someone new, and I've been in touch with a supervisor like through the 6 months. And now I'm going back to my home university with a sense that I haven't got this, but I've almost got this.
What I've got out of my enrichment placement is it's given me a new kind of data science default. I didn't realise that being in a very, very clinical, epidemiological environment, there is a specific way that you do analyses, you conduct your work, you use specific tools, you present in a specific way. And I didn't realise quite how specifically to health informatics that way of doing things was. So I think for me the main thing I got out is just taking that slightly more data science, methodological, computer science based default.
It's somehow redefined my research area, and I guess I would use more of AI in the future in order to solve problems in the networks as well.
I started my PhD a bit more applied and focusing a bit more on specific urban problems like transportation, and I've stepped out of the particular application and moved more into the methods direction because I just think there's lots to do and it's very interesting. And that happened already before I joined the Turing, but I think the Turing gave it a good push because here I had people who are very technical but don't come from the application, so you can talk to them and they know more about the technical things, but you always come with your area expertise and have background on certain issues that you might be familiar with but they won't, and so that definitely changed my research.
I'm in class 6. I came here for 6 months working with data scientists. It's worked out pretty well, and so I'm feeling a lot more confident.
I think my favourite thing about the Turing has been a few things. So one, the kind of PhD student body, there's a lot of us, and with that kind of volume and number of people, you get to do really fun things, have fun socials, have interesting conversations, always go to lunch with someone, and that's a really nice thing that there's kind of quite so many of us here. I think another thing is definitely the student support. I think the student services is amazing and has been so helpful in sorting out lots of stuff, and that's just made the experience so much easier. And I just think that the environment of, there's so many people coming in and out and sitting wherever you want, and as a result you just get to meet a kind of really random group of people just through Brownian motion, and that's kind of really nice because you never know who you're going to sit next to, and people are always just up for chatting in the kitchen, which is really nice.
The Turing is somehow doing a really good job at getting people who are, not just like good at research, but very outgoing and interested in all sorts of things. It's a very diverse pool of people, which I always think is great because it kind of gets you a bit out of your, bit narrow group that you have at your home university maybe. It's like a bit, I don't know, you're in the CS department, so I always hang out with only CS people. Whereas especially in the enrichment scheme, we had like a person who did classics, we had people who do more, I don't know, security research, and people who do health research. So that I thought was really cool. And so that's what the people are doing, but the people also have like really good characters, and I just had a great time hanging out with them.
The 9-to-5 schedule, like truly, as a PhD student, it's so difficult to realize that you have a schedule. It's a very nice and welcoming workspace, and you kind of want to be here, which is a good incentive sort of to actually come here and work. And then you go home, you take the tube or whatever you take to get here, and then it's home time. And that was just perfect.
I used to love the discussions we used to have with fellow enrichment colleagues and also the PhD students who joined with us as the same cohort at that time. So many times, many discussions were very intriguing, leading to various new ideas about how we could solve something. And all those things were, I guess, the best part of me being here, because that was an inherent part of learning new things as well.